All right, guys, so we're just going to go ahead and start this off. 5 minutes late, but that's all right. Better late than never. So I'm going to give a couple minutes for people to roll in. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Monday night stream. Hope you all had a fantastic weekend. Um, just an important note on why. Well, I'm not gonna say why I'm late because I don't have an excuse. But as far as why there's no content lately, I am still sick, and yeah, so that's why there's no content. But I do have a video coming out on Wednesday, so it'll be exactly 2 weeks since my last video uploaded. But that's all right. We've been here. No, you've been here. Yeah, some people have been here, but the notifications are just getting pushed out right now. No excuses. Yeah, I don't have any excuses. I'm just late. I don't need excuses. That's just the way it is. uh, so yeah, still a little sick. Getting better though. Just really tired lately. I don't know what it is. Like super tired. Friday, I got up, did my water changes, and then went back to sleep. Saturday, I got up, did a couple hours at the animal shelter, came home, went to sleep. And I don't know what it is, man. Just exhausted. I'm not even doing anything. Maybe sleeping too much, probably. But YouTube is more buggy than ever. Yeah, I had a recent comment from a member that YouTube keeps unclicking the notification bell for them. So that's pretty disappointing. That even a member has to keep re-clicking the notification bell. Well, that's YouTube. They've always been that way. It's never going to change. It's never going to get better. So I want to say I do want to buy a Red Bull. Oh, that stuff's so nasty. So nasty. Chris with the $4.20 super chat. Matthew Vargas with the $2 super chat before the stream started, but I don't remember what it said. So thank you guys. Leading into that, I want to say thank you to everyone. December was my best month ever, and it's because of you guys that I was able to take the last couple weeks off while being sick, and I didn't have to focus on getting out content and push myself really hard. I've just been keeping up on water changes. So thank you everyone. And it's not just the super chats or the members, it's everyone. The subscribers, the 60% of the people that watch my video that are not subscribed, I thank them too. December was a really, really good month. It's a lot of weird videos people are watching too, like when I did daily videos in 2017, for some reason those videos are getting watched and they're awful. So, but I appreciate it. So I just want to say thank you to everyone. And then also, kind of talk about why I titled the stream, some things need to be said. My windows are all messed up here. Sorry guys. This is not some, drama thing. So if you're here for drama, it's not going to be any drama. This is strictly about me and things I say and things that I have said, and people getting offended by things that I have said. This channel is for entertainment. There's maybe some education mixed in there every once in a while. But this is definitely just for entertainment. I mean, I make videos for fun. I hope you guys watch them because they're fun. Maybe you learn something, maybe you don't. But either way, you guys know I make a lot of jokes. If you get offended by my jokes, and this is actually a result of some people getting offended over some jokes I made in a live stream a week or two ago. I am who I am. I'm not going to apologize for things I say. If you get offended by something I say, I'm sorry that you're offended, but I'm not going to apologize for saying a joke. That's just who I am. I make a lot of jokes. And so I don't really get offended easily, and I understand that some people do. I'm sorry, but I am who I am, and I've said since day one, when people ask advice on starting YouTube, I always tell them, be yourself. Don't apologize for being yourself. Just be yourself, be authentic, and that's what people appreciate. It's unfortunate that people, that have supported me for years and years and years get offended over one thing, and now they're out. Like, they're just gone. So, I don't know. It makes no sense to me. It makes no sense to me to relinquish control of your emotions over what someone else says. Like you guys can say whatever you want about me, my family. I don't care because it's not how I feel. So, I would never get offended by it. And to let someone else control your emotions over something as ridiculous as a joke is very unfortunate. I'm out. Everyone says I'm out. And it's not even a bad joke. It was a joke about Washington D.C. That's it. I made the same joke about Chicago, about Jersey. I said the same joke about Seattle, lots of places, right? And it's unfortunate that people will ignore. And I've had people say, I've watched you for years, and you've done a lot of positive things, but this one thing, man, I can no longer support you. Uh, it was all because I said that Washington D.C. was the murder capital of the U.S. or the world. I don't remember. Which at one point that's what it was called. So whatever. Matthew Vargas says, Bob, I watched the daily vlog videos this week. Sincerely, an offended member. Did John unsubscribe? And I think that was part of the issue is people don't realize like that John and I have this back and forth where we kind of just throw jabs at each other. We're friends. It's all in good nature. But John and Lisa were in the stream, and it was just jokes, people. Bob, it was a true statement. Yeah, I mean, not so much anymore. I think Chicago has kind of taken that title, but it's not like Washington D.C. is some utopian place now. I mean, it's still like in the top 25 of violent crimes, and as far as who was butthurt, that's irrelevant. I don't know, but I feel like if you're gonna be hanging around on the internet, then you probably need to develop some thicker skin because there's a lot of stuff on the internet, and frankly, I just don't care. I don't. That's I've said that since day one. I just don't care. I am who I am. You either like me or you don't. I don't care. Fish Tank Barn, Mike says, I live in Detroit. I stopped being offended a long time ago. Yeah, like if somebody, yeah, anyways, we don't need to get too far into it, but just know I'm not out to offend anyone. They're jokes. You should take them that way. I want to emphasize that, like when I went to Chicago, I joked that I'm going to get shot. Well, that's what happens in Chicago, right? More people get shot there than anywhere else. That doesn't mean that if I see somebody get shot that I'm going to be laughing at him and joking at him while they're bleeding out on the sidewalk. It's just not the case. It's completely different. So anyways, that's all I want to say about that. I don't want to spend too much time on that. But it's something that just kind of rubbed me the wrong way. So also, shipping. I was told everyone that I was hopefully going to start shipping next week. That's just not the case. Actually, I think there was another super chat in here. Ali Patton says, I'm not offended with the $2 super chat. Thank you. Matthew Vargas. I already got yours. Matthew, I'm specifically looking out for your super chats tonight. Matthew, I had somebody comment on, I think 2 live streams ago, where your super chats weren't showing up in the replay either. So I don't think it's just me. But it probably is. Anyways, we're supposed to have snow all next week, which means I won't be shipping at all. If it's snowing here, that means it's going to be a lot colder everywhere else. So, unfortunately, it looks like another week, and I know people have been waiting for like the long fin green dragons. Gary, if you're still here, I saw you in the chat earlier. I know you want them. There's plenty of them. There is a lot to go around, though. This is not like the other fish where I only ordered like 6 of. I did lose a tank of fish over the last week, which is unfortunate. I'm not sure. I'm not exactly sure what happened, but I did lose 3 of the long fin green dragons I had in that tank. Yeah, otherwise there's still like 30. I still have over 30, so there's a lot. And I have a lot of. I wouldn't say I have a lot. I've only had like 4 people message me saying they want some, so it shouldn't be that problem at all. Shouldn't be a problem at all. Other things I got, I have turquoise rainbows that are looking absolutely amazing. I have, if someone was local, would you consider pickup? Eric the Viking, yes, local pickup is an option on the website right now. As a matter of fact, it is the only option on the website right now. So if you're a local and you want to buy something that shows in stock, um, then you can actually just go through the whole checkout process. If you select local pickup, I will send you a message and tell you where the pickup or the where the pickup location is, and it's that easy. So, as far as people concerned about things I don't have in stock, most everything on the website is in stock, even though it says out of stock. Um, I almost put everything out of stock. Just because I had someone on the East Coast buy something and select local pickup, and obviously that's one hell of a road trip. So Adam with the I forget what that's called. It's $20 though. Cheers from Sweden. Thank you, Adam. I appreciate it. I forget what that's called. Somebody will mention it though. Normally I'm on the left side. Where have you been? I've been in the middle for like a year. I think I think the only time Jimmy has come to one of my live streams is when I actually moved myself, because I used to be over here. I moved myself in the middle, and Jimmy actually came on the on the stream and was like, "Oh my god, finally, $21." Okay. I just know it's roughly 10 to 1. Sand Creek Aquatics says I need rainbows. Yeah, and because it's gonna be snowing, that also means I'm not gonna be getting fish in anytime soon. As far as any of like the premium rainbows, it's probably gonna be like February now, hopefully. But I do have the turquoise look awesome. I mean, they are really starting to color up. So if you like turquoise rainbows, I do have a couple of those left. I have the Lake Itinjo Bosemani, even though it says out of stock. I do have those. Wednesday's video is going to be on the Melanotania blaheri, which I am just super in love with these rainbow fish. I've kept one male in the past, and I have about a dozen of them now, and oh man, they're so active. And unfortunately, they're one of the rainbows that are like really fired up when the lights first turn on, and then throughout the day they kind of chill out with the color. They don't flare up that much later in the day, but when you get them in the morning and they're fired up, whew, they look good. It's going to be hard for me to let those ones go. And then the Goiter River rainbows are looking amazing. The Makolachai rainbows. There's a lot of rainbows, so if that's how you get down, I have what you need. February is perfect. February, I'm thinking of. I know it's going to sound crazy, and I know I've made promises like this before. Well, not promises, but I've said things like this before. I might think about maybe getting in touch with some people and doing the daily February videos again, like I did 2 years ago. And it's only because people are actually watching those videos right now. And that's a result of just really doing really good in December, and now YouTube is suggesting a lot of my videos. Hey guys, I'm out. Got to adult with laundry and dishes. Got to get the house clean before I pick up. I may tune in later if it's still on. Thank you, ER Aquatics, for stopping by. I appreciate it. And so yeah, Aquaticy. Aquaticy, you sent me an email a long time ago, and it got buried, and I haven't been able to find it. I saw that it was like 8 paragraphs long, or 8 pages, and I can't find it. If you still needed something, can you email me again? And I'm sorry that I didn't read it, but it was like right when I was first, launching the website, and I just got overwhelmed with emails. There's a ton of emails. So sorry I missed that email. But if you still need something or want to get a hold of me, just email me again. Because emails are pretty dead right now. Serious question. Where is your pup? Don't want another sudden end? I don't know what that means. Don't want another sudden end? I don't get it. Both my dogs are laying right next to me. I got some doggy pain pills for Buddy. He won't eat them today. I hid them in chicken nuggets. Yeah, I've had to play that game too. No worries, understandable. I'll email again. Yeah, a lot of the times, my problem is I just forget. Like I have the worst memory in the world, and so like I'll be like, oh, someone sent me a message. I'm like, I'll be doing water changes right now, and I'll be like, okay, I'll get to that tonight, and then tonight happens and I forget. So I'm the worst. I am the absolute worst. When you ended suddenly because Pupper hit the man bits. Oh, yeah. Yeah, took a shot in the old Twiggenberries. Not gonna be on my lap anymore. Also, for whatever reason, December again. The most new members on my channel in December, and I think that has a lot to do with why I'm getting suggested a lot more because YouTube is really pushing that, especially with the changes they're making. So I want to thank all the members for becoming a member too. Any bets on how well 45-year-old silicone will hold up? Depending on the environment. Like if it was outside where it's, going through all 4 seasons, probably not well. Kaler's Aquatic with the $5 flex. Like that. $5 flex. Thank you, Bob. I appreciate it. The Novice Aquarius says, yeah, those turquoise rainbows on your site look good. So the turquoise rainbows that I have will look better than the picture that's on the site. So the picture that's on the site is a picture by Jimmy Gimbal, Swisky. So obviously it's just a really good picture in general. But the rainbows I have are a really, really good quality. The turquoise. My club is choosing which fish to use for our annual grow out challenge. Any suggestions on what fish to use? Rainbow fish, dude. Rainbow fish. If you're asking for fish suggestions on my channel, it's always going to be rainbow fish. I've never heard of a grow out challenge though. I think rainbow fish actually, just given how slow they grow, I think would be a good choice. Now, if it's like a breeding competition, that would be different. Chevy Fish says, which are the best rainbows, if any, that won't eat their eggs or fry? So actually, in my experience, none. None. They're pretty much typical egg scatters, no parental care. If you have like lots of moss and plants, dense plants, which is why moss works good, then you can kind of colony breed them like that. But it's never going to get the results of spawning mops and removing parents or removing eggs. Koi work out well for grow out challenges. I feel like they get too big though. Not a lot of people would actually be able to house, koi long term. So I don't know if that would be a good idea. But that would be cool if everyone had like pools to put their koi in. then yeah, that would be cool. Chattanooga Ed says, Bob, you're cool. All right. Thanks, buddy. I'm drowning in Java Moss right now. There you go. Well, Al and Wapoga seem to not eat their fry as bad. Yeah, I mean, there's certainly going to be species that are better than the other, but I would say overall, you're not going to have good success. I guess it really comes down to, what you're trying to get out of it. Are you trying to get the most amount of fry? Are you just doing it for fun and, you want a couple here and there? Zebra Pleco Grow Out Challenge? 2 years? Yeah. I don't know. I really think like slow growing fish, although it may not be that exciting. Like if you took, like there's some Lake Tanganyikan fish that, I mean, after the summer, you wouldn't even notice anything. Like some of the comps and the compressiceps, I mean, those things are the slowest growing fish in the world, I swear. They're awful. Ugh. Rainbow fish is a good suggestion. Yeah, and you can even do like I mean, I know you like pseudomcgills. I think pseudomcgills would be cool because you can actually probably get them to adult size, over the summer. So that'd be pretty nifty. I'm tempted to add some stir-by cories in my rainbow community tank to keep the bottom cleaner, but currently it's stocked with all Asian fish. Any Asian fish that fill the same role as cories. I'm sure there's a lot of loaches that you can get into that would do it. Um, Specifically like the dwarf chain loach. I love those guys. One of my favorite fish, actually. And the dwarf chain loaches will also school with your rainbows, specifically after like a water change. I have one tank, one personal tank with dwarf chain loaches, and after a water change, they school with the rainbows. It's pretty funny. Would it be easy to make a carpet of subswasser I feel like it wouldn't be hard. Um, I've never done it though, so I couldn't really tell you. But I don't think it would be that hard. I don't think it would be any harder than any other like moss. Like I have a tank that's getting carpeted with Java moss right now. Bob, are you getting excited to reunite with Jimmy? I don't know, man. I sent him a message and I get no response. I get no respect. No respect. Let me check. Let's see. I messaged him and I was like, "Yo, we gonna hang out while you're here?" No response. No, still no response. So there you go. Tired but need some guppies. Reunited and if yeah, reunited and if would dwarf chain loaches be appropriate for a dirted tank? I'm scared of doing something that might burrow. They won't burrow. They won't burrow. How many plane layovers to be reunited with Jimmy? I have no idea. I know for me to go there, it's one layover. I'm sure it's the same for him to come here, but it might not be. I don't know. How many would you think? Wait, what? I don't know. Tampa Tom says, I'm bringing Bo's Money eggs to next week's Fish Club meeting. I don't know if anyone will want any. Do the eggs do okay shipping? Not this time of year, but in general, eggs ship just as well, if not better, than most fish. I mean, that's a lot of rainbow people do eggs versus fry. So, am I getting Nanocara Anomaly Electric Blue again on your website? I don't know. Honestly, that was a fish that took forever just to sell through the 6 that I got. It took like 2.5 months. They're not available right now, but if they do become available again, I'm just not sure. I'm just not sure. They didn't sell well. Zen Ginger says, Bob, when can I get more Hillstream loaches, and when will female epistos be available? If so, anytime soon. Hillstream loaches I have in stock right now. Female epistos, I have absolutely nothing for you. Sorry. But I think you wanted some of the long fingering dragons and Hillstream loaches, and of course I still have your yellow rainbows for you. Bob, how long does it take Kamaka Rainbow to grow up? Depends. Like, grow up to color up, grow up to be adults, grow up to breed. I feel like Kamaka Rainbows, you can get them to pretty good size in like 8 months. Maybe even sooner. Got that one. Bob, how long does it take? I got that one. My Petco guy gave me an auto sinkless today. Somebody had dropped it off. He has a fat belly, so I hope he is doing well. That's a good sign. A lot of auto sinkless starve out. So auto sinkless can be a difficult fish for some people and an extremely easy fish for other people. It's just one of those weird things. But if it's fat, that's a good sign. I want chocolate shrimp, pea puffers, and lime green endlers. I can get you. I can special order you pea puffers, but I don't know that I would just get them in, like on a regular order. I do have what else? Chocolate shrimp I have, lime green endlers I have as well. The lime green endlers are breeding like crazy right now. So I have a ton of fry, um, and not very many adults. But with all the fry I have, I could definitely sell some adults right now. So yeah, as far as the chocolate shrimp and the endlers, not a problem. And if you want, um, just send me a message on how many pea puffers you want, and I can get them in. The problem is that the problem I have with puffers is how long it takes to deworm them, and how long um, I have to put them in quarantine until I'm actually satisfied that they're healthy. So the puffers are kind of a tricky thing for me. Last time I sat on them for like a month and a half before I put them on the website. And can a basic sand planted tank work? Yes, there's a lot of people doing it. I wouldn't recommend it for beginners, but yeah, it's a lot of people do it. A lot of people do it. Bob, there's a robber in the house. You probably hear my dogs running around. I would pay extra for quarantine. I can't do that here in Canada. Well, I couldn't ship you fish to Canada anyways. What are you talking about? uh, Jeez. I had to add an extra hour of light to keep my autos happy. Yeah, I think a lot of people have problems with autos. 'Cause I think they get them too soon. Like maybe their aquarium's only been up and running for maybe 3 4 months, and in my opinion, that's just too soon. Um, you really, if you're adding them to like a newly established aquarium, you really have to pay attention and make sure they're eating. But anytime I put them in a tank that's like 2 years old, I've never had a problem with them. I have them shipped to my aunts this spring. Well, that works. That works. Is it worth it to dry start it, and how can I keep the plants rooted? If you're dry starting, then you don't have to worry about keeping them rooted. That's kind of a Dylan. I think the point of dry starting is that they do get rooted, and you don't have to worry about that. So, in your case, it's probably worth it to dry start. Bob the Bachelor is on right now. I don't know what that means. Is it like, are you talking about the show? I think my LT64 is a goner. Bob, hook a brother up. You have like 10. Negative. Negative. That's a fish that I would never get rid of. And I think I have 5 to be exact. Last count was 5. Maybe 6. I might start breeding them though in the spring. I might start breeding them. So I might be able to hook you up after I start breeding them. Richard Green says, my autos like cucumber and rapashi to keep them fat. Yes, I do green beans. On the ones I sell, I do green beans. And they seem to do pretty well. Donald's Fish 5 says, Bob, what's the lifespan for aquarium? I have one around 12 years. Acrylic, should I be concerned? I wouldn't be concerned with acrylic. Glass, the internet will tell you that it's roughly 10 years. Acrylic, a lot longer. A lot longer. Well, I guess it depends. Like if you have a 500-gallon tank and they're using a quarter-inch acrylic, I would probably be worried. But in general, acrylic tanks are tanks. They're tanks. Dylan Martin, any type of tetra? What? What is a good tank mate for a murderous crayfish? How about a murderous pufferfish? Take care of that problem pretty quick. Deborah says my tank is almost a year old. Lots of plants. That's good. Like, as long as it's an established and I feel the same way about shrimp as I do with autos. Like I don't want to put shrimp in like a brand new setup tank. And I realize a lot of people do it. I'm not saying it can't be done, but it's not something I would recommend for someone just getting into the hobby. Not by a long shot. Let's see. Yeah. How's the volume tonight? I changed some settings around. I hope it's still all right. I haven't heard anyone complain, so it must be all right. I know people that have been using the same acrylic tanks for like 20, 30 years. There's that guy down in Seattle who has all those monster tanks, and all his tanks are like 30 years old, and they're no problem at all. Oh, I splashed up in my nose. That was weird. Bob, what do you think of those super white L236? Are they worth the money? Here's the thing with the L236 is I've seen some that are actually like super white, and then I've seen some that are like off-white. So I think it just depends on the source and how much they're asking. I've seen some people selling the 236 like super duper whites for like $1,200 for like 4 of them. But it's up to you if it's worth it, right? Like, I mean, if I had $1 billion, it's probably worth it to me. But if I had $1, probably not. I mean, that's all relative. I think they're really cool fish, though. I do think they're really cool. Kenny says, one more like to get to 100. Yes, don't forget to like. I appreciate it. Dylan says, volume low. Dan says, audio volume great. So, volume great. We're going to go with volume okay. What else do we got here? I think Rachel O'Leary sells the L236. I could be wrong, though. I'm wrong a lot, so who knows. I'm filling my 45-year-old glass tank tomorrow, so I guess I should do it in the bathroom. Well, what size is it? I'm curious what size is it. If it's like 55 gallons or lower, you should just go buy a new one. Well, maybe you don't have a Petco in your area. The $1 per gallon sale is going on right now. So take advantage of that. Doggo agrees, hit the like button. Yeah. Value is totally subjective. I paid $10,000 for a pair of lace monitors, but most people wouldn't spend that much on lizards. Exactly. You just gotta sell a few more guppies there, Kangley. Sand Creek Aquatics with the $5 super chat says I gotta get some prime rainbows. We'll email. Yeah, the premium ones left. I mean, I have some really nice fasciata rainbows. These rainbows are the coolest rainbows. When I first got them, they're pretty big size, like 3 inches, like 3.5 inch in that range, with absolutely no color. They're still the same size, however, they get this like crazy blue. It's like a blue that I've never seen on a rainbow before. Like the turquoise rainbow is like a darker blue with like some yellow lines through it, some yellow tinting. The Kamaka is like a pastel blue with some purple faded in there. These fasciata rainbows, they're like I don't know how to describe it. It's like it's gonna sound stupid, but it's like a see-through blue. It's just really weird. And it's only in the morning, again, when they're fired up in the morning. And it's really hard to describe. I've tried to take pictures of it, but it doesn't translate well to video or photo. They never look as good as they do in person. But I'm hoping, like, maybe even after like another month or two, they'll really start to get fired up. It's just a really beautiful, like, soft, iridescent blue. It's really weird. I don't know. It's hard to describe. Whatever. Aquatic Moss says 40 gallons or $40. I think I need a tank for Pixie. No. I think they're like $50. The 40 and 55 are half off. But Daniel says, here you talk a lot about rainbows. Now I'm thinking of stocking a 55 gallon with them. Can you talk about male-female ratio? The females I see are rather bland. Is it possible to keep just males? Yeah, Daniel, it's going to be harder to keep males because not a lot of people sell just males. You could walk into like a Petco and be like, I want that one, and I want that one, and you could specifically pick them out. But if you went to like a local fish store, a lot of them won't let you do that because then they get stuck with females that nobody wants. Now, here's the thing. A lot of females, they're pretty bland. I will tell you, my Bosemani rainbows, my females look better than most people's males. So there are females that look good. The other thing is if you do all males, you don't get a lot of natural behavior as if there was females in there. And the thing with females is that they do get color. It just takes a lot longer. So like a male can get color in like a year, a female maybe takes like 3 years, and it's still never going to look as good as a male. But they do get color, and you get much more natural behavior out of the males. And I always recommend like a 1-to-1. You could do 2-to-1 if you really wanted to stretch the color. Obviously, it depends on how many you have. So if you have 6 and you have 4 males and 2 females, that's going to be a bit more stressful on the females than if you had like 20 males and 10 females. So it kind of scales that way in my experience. But I think all male rainbow tanks are sweet, but I feel like every time I see them, they just always look bored. There's not a lot of sparring, not a lot of posturing. It's there, but it's nothing like when there's females around. Can I recommend a reliable CO2 regulator? The paintball setups is getting annoying to change every month. Just bought a 5-pound tank on eBay. I have a 5-pound tank and a 20-pound tank, and I believe they both have Aquatech regulators, and I've never had an issue with either of them. I have a brand new in the box Milwaukee regulator, but I've never had a reason to use it. I think I don't know, like the Aquatechs have like these weird reviews on Amazon. I want to say they're like 3.5 out of 5 stars ish, but I've never had a problem with them at all. So I'm certainly not a CO2 expert, but yeah, that's just my experience. Excuse me. Curtis says my precox females look just as good as the males, just yellow fins instead of red. Yep, and they'll even get like once they get old enough, they'll start getting a little bit of red. Nothing like the males though, and they'll start getting that sheen too. Well, you know my address, Bob. Yeah, I'll trade it for you for a hat. How about that? Got a huge pleco male tonight. I had a female from before. She was laying so many eggs, unfertilized. I felt sorry for her. Send a coin to your fisher. Oh, Valley of Plenty? I have no idea what that means, Branded Guy. Absolutely no idea. But thanks for the $2. Thank you, Matthew Vargas. And Sand Creek, I got that one too. All right, I'm all caught up on those. But just know that most places will make you trade in that tank. So if it's a nice one, yeah. So that's also very important to note about your CO2 tanks. I bought a brand new CO2 tank. It was polished. This thing was beautiful. I paid extra money because it was going in a show tank and you were going to be able to see it. And I went to I forget what the place is, but it's right next to me. And I gave them it, and I was like, and this is when I was a noob, but I didn't know that they swapped out tanks. And I was like, hey, I just need to get this filled up. They're like, okay. And so they took it back, and they brought me out this other one that was just the junkiest piece of crap looking thing I've ever seen in my life. And I said, no way. I paid like $85 or $90 for this fancy looking 5-pound bottle. And I was like, absolutely not. No way. And they're like, well, it's an exchange program. That's how we do it. And I'm like, okay, well, you take this one back and give me my empty one. I was like, there's no effing way I'm giving you like this beautiful 5-pound bottle in exchange for this piece of junk. Oh, I was so mad. Michael said, I don't know. I have so much more respect for you now. Okay, I guess. The ever-evolving project that is fish keeping, turbo fish. Yep. Oh, you guys want to see something cool and fancy? Maybe. This is new. Got this in the mail today. Most of you people are not going to care, but I'm pretty excited about this. Ooh, look at this bad boy. New motherboard. The first piece of the build has arrived. Everything else comes tomorrow and Wednesday. And I am so excited to finally be getting a new computer. I talked about this, I think a week ago, maybe on this stream or my other stream. Yeah, I am super excited. I'm going to be showing the build on my other channel, so if there's any computer nerds that want to know specifics and want to see what this build is going to look like, it's going to be on my gaming channel. So yeah, I was really excited. This was crazy that I ordered this Sunday night at like 9 and it was here by 8 a.m. this morning. So that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Find a case yet? Yes, I did. And it's going to match this motherboard perfectly. So if you look, like a lot of it, it's black and white, lots of whites. Like, I don't even know where I'm pointing. Like here, 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 here. I got a white case with glass on the front and on the side. Got my little Commander Pro today for all the LEDs. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. I just bought a probably pathetic Asus. Probably not. I mean, it depends on what you're trying to do. Surprised you didn't go with a Threadripper. I'm not a YouTube millionaire yet. I'll get there someday, but that's a little far off. Actually, one of the Threadrippers was on sale for like $200, but it wasn't, you know, this is like a first gen Threadripper. Man, you're lucky. I go through laptops yearly. I wish I knew about computers. Are Corys awake at night? Corys? Probably. I'm sure they sleep every once in a while. I know a lot of people do feed their catfish at night simply because they have better odds of, you know, the food hitting the bottom depending on whether fish you have in there. Like I feed a lot of my plecos at night. Nothing like learning a new system and a new OS. So February daily videos is just going to be you playing with new toy. I am excited to start editing again. Like I have been so... My computer is so bad. You know, it freezes sometimes during live streams when I am editing and rendering. This thing practically goes through like a nuclear meltdown every single time. You can see when I'm streaming on my other channel, there's all kinds of glitches. And now every once in a while, the fans just go absolutely bonkers. So it's overheating now. And yeah, I'm like, I have a lot of videos that I need to edit and I just don't want to because it's just not fun. And I know that sounds terrible and I need to do it anyways, but it's kind of a pain. And actually I opened up like Adobe After Effects on Sunday and I was doing all these tutorials and it kept freezing. And at one point it said not enough memory and it closed down and crashed and so annoying. So yeah, it's definitely going to keep me more motivated and I'm really excited to be able to match the new the new camera with an equally compatible computer that can actually process 4K video. Right now, when I render a 4K video, it's like when I start rendering, like my day is over. I can't do anything else on the computer anyways. I think I had that 20-minute 4K video. That thing took forever to render, forever. So yeah, I'm really excited about it. It's going to be fun, and I'm hoping that it kind of re-energizes my want to edit again. Follow the other channel. I don't really want to take away. The only guaranteed streaming time on my other channel is Saturday night. And I'm going to start mixing in some other content too. It's pretty much where I'm just going to start throwing all my non-fish related content. So, hiking stuff, things like that. I erase keyboards on everything. My keys are blank now. Like the back button, the backspace. Is easy carbon good for fighting algae? I don't, I'm not a fan of liquid carbon of any kind. It is an algicide, so, you know, technically it should be good for, you know, killing algae, and it is. But a lot of that stuff is extremely toxic and, like stuff that shouldn't be getting on your skin. And I've heard Gary Lang talk about this, and he's like a biochemist, and he's like, when he works with, that same stuff in a lab, like they require him to like get in a full bodysuit, and here we are just tossing it in our tanks, probably spilling it on our skin. So I'm just not a fan of it at all, just for that reason. We just bought all my son's PC parts from Amazon 3 days ago. It's already here and built. $1,700 later. Yeesh. Yeah, I don't really want to say what I spent on mine. I went a little overboard. But I was able to save some money here and there, so that helps. People who can't type use my keyboard because all the letters are rubbed off. Sounds like you just need a new keyboard. So yeah, Virus Haunt. February daily is just going to be me playing with my new toy, exactly. But that's kind of the point, right? That's kind of the point. Bob, how's the reptiles doing? Great. I don't think my Tegu is going to brumate this winter, which is kind of disappointing. I prefer that my reptiles brumate, but the turtle didn't brumate either, so whatever. I guess it just wasn't a year for brumation. But the snake is doing well. It hasn't bit me again, so that's a good thing. I might get rid of the Sula whatever skink, the water skink, but I don't know yet. I have the crescent gecko still doing well. My day gecko, I actually moved out into the fish room out in the garage, and she is doing well. I have a giant day gecko, but I don't know that I've ever shown on my channel. But yeah. Not me. I know where the keys are. Candy, you can share the link to the channel here or no. Just be advised, guys. My other channel is definitely not rated PG, so just keep that in mind. There's been some R-rated talk on that channel, so just keep that in mind. I moved the 220 by myself this weekend, and then built a rack for the 110 extra high. That actually sounds like a kind of fun tank. And a 75. And I'm flat on my back tonight. The 110 is up and running with all the Malawi, though. I don't know how you can move a 120 by yourself. A 120, a 220. I moved a 240 with one other person. And it's not that hard with another person, but a 220 by yourself? I don't know. Maybe you got some crazy hydraulics going on over there. It is certainly not X-rated or NC-17. I would say most of the time it is PG, PG-13, with a little rated R mixed in every once in a while. Deb Schramm says, no withholding of reptiles. I've had that day gecko probably close to a year. And want another Cresty? Mine's a jerk. No, because I don't want it to be a jerk to my Cresty. If it was a nice female, I have no problem keeping nice females with other nice females. Thomas C says, I'm offended by your other music channels. Yeah, the nice thing about my other channels, it's not monetized, and I just play like music nonstop. I get hit with so many copyright strikes, it's ridiculous. Curtis says, Swiss Kebab happening soon. I know Jimmy is a busy guy. I'm hoping to actually do one while he's here, and we can actually do it in the same room. But he's here to work, not to have fun. So I don't know. I don't know what his schedule is. I don't know anything about it. I know he gets here tomorrow. I think he leaves like the 12th, maybe the 11th. I don't even know. Oh, yeah, you're lucky you're a mod. What? I love watching spiders feed. Sure, I can see that. It's definitely interesting. Entertaining, I don't know, but interesting, sure. Sure, they have some weird eating habits, I guess. All the pressure is released into that one channel. Yeah. Joel and I are super good friends. Then what? I don't even know what you guys are talking about. I've lost control of chat. I think I saw John in here earlier, maybe somewhere. So hello, KG Tropicals. That was like an hour ago. I thought you had dart frogs. Sherry, the dart frogs disappeared a long time ago. There's a video of it somewhere. But they just disappeared, never to be seen again. No dead bodies, no anything. They just were gone. So I honestly, I have no idea. Like the tank was never left open, at least by me, and so I don't know where they went. I've I've rearranged that room. I found lots of dead, dried up fish that have jumped out, but I have never seen a dried up frog anywhere. I have no idea what happened to him. Absolutely no idea. The only video I watched on your other channel was the raptor video. Oh yeah, that one is there. That's like the second most watched video, I believe. Too real for YouTube. Good evening, Bob. A 10-gallon fluval with fluval stratum substrate. Got a deal on some cherry shrimp, but the KH and pH are low. Any advice? Thank you. Are you gonna hardscape it? There's rocks that you can get that will help raise your pH. So maybe something like that. I don't know how you're filtering it. If you're using like a hang on back, you can throw like crushed coral or aragonite in the hang on back filter. John says the same thing. There are certain rocks that leach KH and GH into the water. Yeah, so looks like I was right. I would ask that even if you have no interest in that, my second channel, I would ask that you go to subscribe it. I think I'm going to try to get it to 1,000 subscribers. So yeah, I think I'll put it actually back on my main page. Maybe. I don't know. I might. Zen Bob Candy. Hello, Fish Room Fever. Oh my gosh. Did you at least like the Raptor video, Dwayne? I really like the Raptor video. I really like the Mustang video. There is my channel. Like I said, just go subscribe to it. Don't ever watch it. You don't have to watch it. Just subscribe to it. E. Liska says, cooking supper. Did I miss anything good? Nope. Alec with the $20 super chat. Hey, Alec, my buddy old pal. Hope you'll feel. Can't even read. Anyways, thank you, Alec. I appreciate it. Means a lot to me. Alec has been around my channel for a very long time, so I appreciate it. You're such a troll. I'm still laughing how you dressed in my package. Wait, whatever you guys are doing in that department, don't be doing it on my live stream. Jeez. Deborah says, I put crushed coral in my hang on back to help my snails. They've been dying on me. Yeah, hang on back filters are great for that. Absolutely. Same with, you can do the same thing with canister filters. You can put crushed coral in the little nylon bags. Hey, Bob, did you get that 9 hundo yet? Hundo? Really? Hundo? Or is YouTube tripping? Man, they were tripping for a long time, but it did finally show up. I did finally get it, so thank you. One of the many reasons I've been able to take time off for, being sick and not having to push myself, so I appreciate it. But yeah, they were so confused on why I was even, escalating this issue. It was ridiculous. But yeah, eventually. 2 likes and 2 views for the price of 1 person? Steamfot, good evening, Bob. 10-gallon fluval. Oh, I already got that one. We already talked about that one, didn't we? Pretty sure we did. Yeah, Matthew Vargas, he answered that one already. Because it's 9 hundo. Oh man. I still don't know what to say to that stream. You guys are ridiculous. Ridiculous. Can I put dwarf chain loaches in 72 degrees Fahrenheit? That is an excellent question. Let me head on over to my website and I will find out, because I have their care requirements on my website. Dwarf chain loach. 68 to 82 degrees. I hope that's right. Dwarf chain loach. I feel like that's got to be right, or I wouldn't have put it on my website. But what do I know? Okay, let's look. This website says 72 to 86 degrees, so there you go. Sounds fine. Coolie loaches and pea puffers. That could be iffy. Pea puffers with anything can be iffy, though. Man, I would be against it simply because both those fish hang out in the bottom, like on the substrate, and yeah, I don't know about that one. I don't know. Maybe people in chat can chime in, but in my experience, pea puffers they kind of hang out towards the bottom, and they're gonna be down there with them coolie loaches, and I don't know, it might cause issues. Mike says, you have any tips for growing boost plants? Yes, the same as Anubias. Be patient. They are slow growers. You can do the highlight CO2 thing and they'll grow faster, but they're still going to grow slow. So they're exactly like Anubias. Just takes patience. Unfortunately, Boost is an amazing plant, but there's a reason that they're kind of expensive. Or you buy them for like $3-4 and you get like a little stem with like 3-4 leaves. That's why they're just slow growers. Man, all stuffed up. Yep, I'm gonna blow my nose real quick. All right, much better, much better. Joel JZ with the $1.50 pie. Thank you. Yeah, I wish I had some words of wisdom for you there, but Boost is just a slow-growing plant. Bob, so it's looking like late February for me to get another crack at Praycox. Yeah, because I won't even attempt to get them shipped to me. At least, I mean, this week there was a small opening, but they would have had to ship out today, and that's just not going to happen. Next week is definitely off. I'm sure the week of the 20th. I don't know. Like they're saying, obviously they don't know anything about weather around here, but it's really hard to say. But definitely looking like late January would be the soonest I can even attempt to bring them in. I heard it's possible, but I want one heck of a planted tank to try it. Yeah, best substrate for heavily planted aquarium. My favorite substrate is actually Eco-Complete. I've tried like all the different aqua soils. I've had ADA, Mr. Aqua, Fluval Stratum, and my go-to is still Eco-Complete every time. Let's see. Bob Kaler with the $20. Bob, please piss me off and offend me so I'll feel better. It's I don't know. Like I could rant on that. I just don't understand it. I don't. Do that in private. I'm in the same boat with Bose Monty. Yeah. You can't hear me. It was muted. I saw it was muted. Maybe you heard me blow my nose. I don't know. Low light and proper placement. What? I'm lost in chat. I've lost control of chat. Glad I decided to be lazy and sleep instead of water changes. Woke up to utility district popping hydrants to flush contamination. I wish they would like send out notices. I mean, and not even for fish people. I mean, a lot of people have just pets in general that drink that water. Did you scare off more subscribers? Yeah. Yep. Bob's lost in space and time. That's exactly where I want to be lost, in space. Time is just an illusion. Space is not, though. I love space. Bob, you should get the 5-foot iguana Jess is trying to rehome for a friend of a friend. I just don't have the space for that. I don't. If I didn't have the tegu, you remember I did get an iguana before the tegu, and unfortunately, that went sideways. But now that I have the tegu, I don't have enough room for another large lizard. Dojo loach with Caridina shrimps. I'm worried that their feeding temperament might starve the shrimp out. You should be concerned about the dojo loach possibly picking off your shrimp. I don't remember offhand though, if a dojo loach is one of the loaches that will go after. But I'm pretty sure it is. She got 5 foot iguana. I mean, I would love one, but yeah, I can't do it. Cannot do it. I just grabbed substrate from a local river, rinse it on location, and boil it at home. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people just buy inert substrate and have great success. Honestly, like the best substrate I think is dirt. My dojos didn't eat my shrimp, but I feed heavy. All right, all night. Thanks, Aquatic Ma, for stopping by. Have a good night. If you want to grow anubias faster, make lots of baby plants, damage the rhizome in lots of locations with cuts. I use my fingernail. Once the offshoots get roots, I break the new little plants off. I used to do anubias frags. Not that that's anything better than anything else. I just thought it was funny. Just thought it was fun. You get like little pieces of wood, you cut them up to have like just like coral frags, and put little pieces of anubias on those little pieces of wood. It was just fun. It's easy if it's acrylic. What? This is a sensitive topic. All right. Candy, one of my clumps did. I kept them in 3 locations: low flow, no flow, high flow, and the one with the higher flow region was gone. Okay. I have no idea what you're talking about. Miller Aquatic says, Bob, I was listening to an older live stream of Corey's, and it was the day before he was getting his 800 gallon. He was joking about how many of you that... Wait. He was joking about how many of you that he could fit in it. Maybe a dozen. Yeah, like three of me, front to back, laying down, 4 rows high, would probably fit. It's a big tank. Even if you use dirt, do you have muddy water all the time, or does it settle down? Do you have muddy water none of the time? The only time you have muddy water with dirt is when you're playing in the tank yourself. The fish don't cause... Now, obviously, you have dirt, and then you have it capped with like sand or gravel, whatever you want. So it's not like just dirt and then put in water, because then it'll settle down, but then the fish will like disturb it. So you do dirt, gravel, or sand, whatever you want. I actually like doing dirt and Eco Complete. So you do that, and then the only time you get any type of mud or anything like that is when you're uprooting plants. And you can be really careful and go really, really slow. But I don't have time for that. So that's why I don't do dirted tanks, because I like to play in my tanks too much, and it's too messy. And then when you do dirt, you want to make sure that you don't get the little white. What is that stuff? I forget, but it has like the little white foamy type of balls in there. Those float and they're really annoying. Man, what are those called? I don't know. Perlite, that's it. Yeah, perlite. Thank you, Candy. So yeah, get organic dirt with no perlite, or you will be sad. You will be sad. Lisa Katie Tropicals, hello everyone. Just working and lurking. Awesome. Got a shrimp colony for free. They were stowaways on a plant. I got it in auction. Now I have a tank full. That is a great way to do it. Perlite and vermiculite too. Perlite and vermiculite. Mine was perlite though. Man, have seen people use Z? Organic Miracle Grow is one kind recommended out there. Yeah, I actually use Fox Farms, which pretty much everything they have is organic. But I really like Fox Farm. It's not, you can't, I mean, Miracle Grow is everywhere. Fox Farm is probably a little harder to get. Fox Farm is the brand for anyone who's curious about that. Dirt in pots with a cap successfully. Yep, I'm gonna start doing pots. In my I just call them retail tanks, I guess. But like potted jungle valve, things like that. Because I do want plants in there besides guppy grass. It's really annoying to catch fish with the tank full of guppy grass. Have I ever had Mayaka? I'm gonna say no, because I don't know what that is offhand. Let me Google it. Oh, this, I'm pretty sure that this plant is illegal in Washington State, so I would say no. I got it with perlite and was just fine. Had to remove them from the top layer. Yeah, it was, for me, it was like anytime I pulled out a plant and all those white balls just started floating around everywhere. It was so annoying. Avoid moisture control soils. Has little balls like diapers. I got it with perlite, just fine. Had to remove. Oh, I already got that one. You sell it at the co-op? Maybe it's not. Which one am I thinking of? One of the plants that look like this is illegal. I don't remember what it is though. I know it's illegal. I just bought it at the co-op. Yeah. Now you're gonna make me look up which one's illegal here. It looks identical to this though. I think I've had this plant on accident maybe, but I don't know. There's like 8 plants that look like this plant, so it's hard to say. Yes, and Anacaris, whatever. That's an illegal one here. So I know you're a big rainbow fish fan. Are rainbow shiners related to them? Nope. The shiners are native to USA, I think. Yes. Shiners are USA native. They are not related to rainbow fish. Hygro polysperma. That I don't know. I used to have a list when I was like really big into plants, but I no longer keep that list. So, I know I've bought plant packages online, and then like shown videos of them, and people are like, "Oh, that's illegal in your state." So I'm like, "Great, can never show this tank again." And then I got to make a video and say, "Oh yeah, I got rid of that. I had to throw it out because it was illegal, but I didn't throw it out. Get out of here with that crap. I just didn't show that tank anymore." You should be there any day now, Daryl Deemer. Hey Bob, what tetra would make good tank mates for those clown killies you sell? Probably buy some ember tetras. I love me some ember tetras. Did you end up getting your logo tattooed on your back? No, that is terrible. That is absolutely terrible idea, dude. No, don't anyone ever get my logo tattooed on you. That is an awful idea. Is there another snail that is super rare and exotic? Not that I can think of. They are all sent late because my truck was dead in the water. Okay, you guys, my nearite snails lay their stupid white eggs on everything. Yeah, the nearite, get a tramp stamp? No. Do not get my logo tramp stamp. Nearite snails are annoying with their eggs, and they're hard to get off too. Like, man, they stick those things on there pretty good. Novice Aquarius says, "Oops, too late. My left butt cheek has my tattoo on it." I don't know if I should be offended or proud. Seems weird. Yeah, on your forehead. But they laid it on other snail shells. Well, at least that makes it easy to get out. I actually don't keep nearite snails anymore just because of their eggs. They're very annoying. I don't like them. You're telling me, but I digress. So what else do we got going on here? How many people do we got? Holy cow, 230 people. I heard the nearite snail's eggs only hatch in brackish water. That is true. That's why they're very annoying. They just sit there forever, and they're stuck on with like some super epoxy that you can't get off. Like you have to like scrape them off with razor blades. They're really annoying. Bob, you don't own a tattoo? What do you mean? I do not have my logo tattooed on me. No. And I don't understand, like, people get Joe Rogan tattooed on him. I would never get that dude tattooed. I would never get a person in general tattooed on me. That just sounds stupid. What snails do you recommend to help clean a tank? I don't know that I would use snails for that. It really depends. Like, are you talking about like algae or leftover food? That's an area where nearite snails will excel as far as snails go. But if you're talking about algae, you know, near ice snails are good for that, but they won't be as good as like a mono shrimp or bristlenose plecos or rubber lip plecos. Um, the nice thing about near ice snails is that they won't breed, but they will lay the eggs. You could do like mystery snails, but they will lay the eggs and they will hatch, and they can become pretty annoying if you're not wanting to breed them. And of course, like pond snails, I mean, those guys get out of control pretty fast. Um, I mean, honestly, I would still go with near ice snails if it was me, but I would maybe look at a mono shrimp or bristlenose pleco. Does Batman count as a person? Because I have a whole sleeve of people tattooed on me. What? Matthew Vargas says, my L264 is stiff as a rock upside down. This is terrible. I'm sorry, buddy. That's a beautiful, beautiful fish. Um, my only advice, like I said earlier, don't do big water changes in the winter. And that would be my advice for anyone. Um, I know around here, I said this before the stream when we were hanging out, but like in my area, when it starts raining a lot, they really start dumping in the chemicals in the water. And it could be really bad to do super large water changes. And I'm guessing that's probably practiced all over the country. Winter, lots of rain, lots of weather. They're probably just dumping in chloramine and chlorine and fluoride and all the hypodermic needles and all that crap to get into the water. Who knows what's in there? But yeah, I'm sorry, buddy. That's terrible. I lost. What did I lose? I lost a Galaxy Pleco and an L75 over the last couple months, and it sucks. It sucks. I really catch mine in water, which is why it's in my grow out tub. It's got a plastic lid. What are you talking about? I missed it. Oh, excuse me. I know no one will believe me, but I actually wanted them in there. Diatom algae got bad after they died off. My cories eat the nearite eggs. That's good. That's good. When I had them, none of my fish would eat those eggs. When I think I had Schwartz-eye corridors, if I remember right. I don't remember. Nearite snails, yeah. I'm trying to think what's worse. Mystery snails and they're laying their egg clutches everywhere, or near ice snails. They're both cool snails, but they both have some annoying tendencies. Candy, have I been unconscious or has Bad Bob missed another couple super chats? I don't think so. The last one I see was yours, Bob. So I got yours, Joel, Alec, Thomas, Brandon, Matthew, Sand, Chat, Tanuga Egg, Priscilla. I said egg instead of Ed. I think I got everyone. Carrie Nature says I have bladder snail eggs everywhere, but I have a puffer, so that makes me happy. Yep. I feel like bladder snails are pretty easy to control. Pond snails, things like that. So that, I mean, they can get out of control, but usually all you have to do is cut back on feeding. I swear my goldfish eat the nearite eggs or knock them off. Mine are your peppered cories eat them. Interesting. At least you have the egg clutches are easier to get rid of. The thing I don't like about mystery snails is they climb out of the water and out of the tank. And I realize, you should have a top, but not all tanks have tops. There's little areas, if you have a hang-on-back filter that they can squeeze out of. There's nothing worse than finding a dried up mystery snail just randomly behind a tank somewhere. It's annoying. Hopefully my second one too. I somehow thought those were PNG files, Aqua Discovery, but I guess they're not. I'll have to fix that after the stream. The rainbow fish and the peacock gudgeons are from Aqua Discovery, so thank you. Oh, wait, that was real money? What? No, it's not real money. It's just play money. It's like Monopoly money. You can do it over and over and over and over and have zero consequence. So that's what's nice about super chats. It's not real money. It's just fake money. It's all fake money anyways. I threw 1 feeder goldfish in my bladder snail infested tank, and the next day I found only 20. 2 months later, snails were nowhere to be found. Interesting. Honestly, did not know that goldfish would eat snails. I don't know. Never looked into that. If Pam ran over me, I would feel better. What? We got the Bob sickness going on, I think. We've both been sick for a while, I feel. Anyways, I think I'm going to end it here. We've got 241 people. Thank you, but I'm going to go back to bed. So I want to thank everyone for hanging out. This was a fun live stream. Sorry I was 5 minutes late, but we went a little extra, so should be all right. Let's see. We got Matthew Vargas, Jobs, Aquarium Tanks, Matthew Vargas, Ali Patton, The Fish Tank Barn, Adam, Kaler's Aquatics, Priscilla, Chattanooga, Egg, Ed, Sand Creek Aquatics, Matthew Vargas, Veranda Guy, Thomas, Alec, Joel, JZ, and Bob Kaler. Thank you for the super chats. I appreciate it. Thanks Candy for sharing the stream out prior to me going live. The shares mean a lot. They help out a lot. So thank you. And thanks everyone for hanging out. The lurkers, the commenters, everyone. Don't forget, we will be back here Thursday morning, 9 a.m. So if you're not doing anything, come hang out, and I'll see you then. Thanks, guys and gals.